This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, December 24th, 2014, and now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. At noon today, we have this trough digging in across the middle part of the country. System will be coming up the eastern part of it, and that'll bring us a little bit of snow across our far eastern counties. The heaviest looks to be just to the east over Illinois into southeast Wisconsin and northern Michigan, where a couple of inches is possible. Otherwise, mainly cloudy skies and highs in the 30s across the state for Christmas Eve. Then that system moves off to the north and east, but the winds turn southwesterly, so Christmas Day across the state will be quite mild. Highs in the 30s and 40s. This will melt quite a bit of the snow across the state that fell, with partly to mostly sunny skies, but that won't last long. Another system is approaching here on Friday. Still could see readings in the 30s to around 40, but there'll be a lot more clouds around. A little bit of light snow activity by Friday night into the early part of Saturday. You can see here on Saturday the system is moving off to the east. Saturday could see the early snow showers in our eastern counties, and then slow clearing with highs back down in the 30s, maybe a couple of 20s as well. Then on Sunday, looks to be the best of the days of the weekend. Looks to be partly to mostly sunny, with readings on these seasonal levels, upper 20s to lower to middle 30s across the state. Any precipitation off to our west, that's a system we have to watch, and across the southeast with rain there. Then the system off to our west will approach, but it will have very little moisture with it. Can't rule out snow showers or flurries, but this will unlock cold air that's going to come down from the Arctic and the North Pole straight southward. Look at this cold air. This is going to really plummet the temperatures. Talking about highs in the 30s? Nope. More like highs in the teens, if not cooler. Lows near zero, if not cooler. And this could last for the rest of the year and into the new year as well. Speak of that, this is New Year's Eve. Next Wednesday, you can see a trough still digging in across the country. Bit of rain across the East Coast, snow across the Great Lakes, but the cold air is just flooding the country, at least the western or the center part of the country. A little bit of a disturbance to our west could bring some snow later toward New Year's Day. But speak of the devil, going a couple of days further out, this is on around the 4th of January. You can see the flow mainly coming out of the west, but you can still see the cold air is centered not that far away up in Canada around Hudson Bay. This would mean temperatures near or maybe a degree or two above seasonal levels, maybe 30s across the state, if this is to be correct. But then we go to the end of the forecast. And this is January the 8th. We have a disturbance moving through the mid-Atlantic, eastern Great Lakes, the upper Ohio River Valley. Another system hanging back just off the west coast. But you see a ridge trying to pump up over Alaska and the Yukon. Means this system off to our northwest is going to possibly bring the cold air back into the state. You can see a system off and across the east could bring quite a bit of interesting weather there. But speaking of the devil, the satellite image from last evening, though, has an interesting system across the east coast with some showers and thunderstorms along the southern part and a little bit of snow across the far west, and the system off to our west as well. Watch morning map from last evening, some flood watches across the southeast, a tornado watch at the time across the southeast, some flood watches over New England, freezing rain advisory, winter storm advisory across the Great Lakes and across the west as well. QBF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days. This goes through Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. Heaviest precipitation across the east, a little bit across the west. Around here, not more than about 1/10 of an inch of liquid equivalent.